the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. Extending the play. Caught close to the marker, it's Kringle. At the 45 on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He wants to throw it again. Moving out of the pocket. Hums it downfield. Complete to the left. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost in that. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Kentucky going quickly.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Going for the big play. He's got it along the sideline. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down coming up. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Off play action. He'll pull it down and run. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Kentucky right back to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To the air. It's Lowry. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hale. At the 20, he's got space. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There he goes. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. He'll keep it himself. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
I love the start for this quarterback. Like last week, it wasn't his greatest outing. Like, let's put it this way. It wasn't real good at all. He's already surpassed his passing output in this game. So he's completely...
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've got a first down here to open the period. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They'll give it to him again. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Scrambling away. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pulls it in. It's Gilmore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The sure hands. It's Turner. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Kentucky going quickly. They'll try to run for it. Finds a little space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Pulls it in. It's Turner. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. Here comes that Alabama offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Back's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Alabama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Wilcox. Breaks into the open. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Touchdown, Kentucky! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into.
He lofts one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Kentucky right back to the line. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Looking to pass, it's Lowry. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it in the middle at Skinner. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. From the gun on third down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Gives it on the option. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's got him. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Lost to throw again. Looking to the end zone. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Wilcox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Adams. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Punt is on its way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man downfield. He's loose down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit.
Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got it.
Touchdown, Bama! Fitted in the window for the score. With that, they are closing in on both 6-0 start. Much bigger dreams for this squad. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Wildcats in the hurry-up.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running to Green. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over Michigan State.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to run it. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown hit?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Grab near the sticks. It's Adams. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The offense set for a first down play. He'll do it himself. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lowry. He wants a big play here late. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. 3rd down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. 4 wideouts set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to throw. It's Lowry. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl